All right. Good morning to anybody who's out there. Is there anybody out there? Oh, there's one guy. Somebody's up. Looks like my free folk are not getting my early morning meeting out. Ben Dover. Ben is here. Hey, what's up, Ben? Did you catch the stream yesterday? It was pretty interesting. Had a crazy psycho trader on, making some classic mistakes. Good to learn from. Ooh, I'm freezing, man. Freezing. I got to get to some lower latitudes. That's all I'm really interested now. Not even getting work done on the house. No, they actually expired yesterday. So, yeah, yesterday was the day. Dude, we had an opportunity where he could have closed the things for $2.17. And so he would have lost 270 per contract. I think he had 15 at the time, so 270. He would have taken a $4,000 hit. He ended up closing him at 636. So he took a $9,500 hit on that piece, and I think he took a $4,700 hit the day before on half because he had 30 spreads on. I mean, everything. So fucking stupid. And then this morning he's like, "What are we gonna do?" And I want to take this, and I'm like, "Dude, everything you're talking about is against what the strategy calls for. You're just gambling. You're taking a shot, chasing the money." So I'm still talking him off the ledge right now because now he's at the point where he's revenge trading. And that's what happens after people lose money in the market. They got to get it back. They got to get it back. And they start revenge trading. And all you have to do is just sit back, and this is ground zero. This is where you start now. You stop looking at that P&L and thinking, okay, I've got to make back that 15 grand to get to even. And that's it. It's just, this is ground zero, and you start building, and you go slow and be methodical. And before you know it, you have your money back. But you start that revenge trading, and then you want to make the big hits, and you want to make it back right away. And that's it. You just keep digging that hole, man. I mean, I've done it, and then I've seen it, you know. But hopefully this smartens the guy up. He took quite a hit, but if he's calm and cool, he'll rebuild, and maybe the pain he went through over the past few days was enough to smarten him up and not put him in that position. With me, hey, good morning, Tommy. With me, pulling in the reins a little bit, trying to keep him cool. I mean, he's texting me off the wall right now, looking for something to make money. I think we're headed down. That's what he's saying. Oh, and my free folk just woke up, so they're just getting the morning meeting up and loaded. If you guys want to jump back and stream that, I didn't really talk about much. Just kind of showed the market looking for the return, but the The futures are flat. Everything's flat. So, this is any man's game right now. You can't really figure it. I'm looking at the futures. Let me swing this into the screen 1 second. If you look at the screen with me, I'm looking at the futures right now, and here's the daily. So it's just right now the futures are just demonstrating an inside bar, and if we open flat or a little down, we're probably going to be an inside bar. I don't know if we're going to consolidate right there as an inside bar for the day. And my bias is still to the downside. I still think we're going to pull back. I'm looking for an aggressive, ugly pullback. I mean, pulling back 40 points is like a layup. But I'd rather see something super duper. I want to see like 100 points, which we could do that over the next 3 days. There are some demons lurking out there. I don't know what the next catalyst is going to be to rocket this market. I think that people are underestimating the value of Evergrande and China. I mean, those guys got some issues, man. I think that's going to start creeping into the economy. We just need somebody to start recognizing it, and then we're good for the pullback. Yeah, as soon as they start talking about it, then you get retail traders getting emotional about it, and they'll bring the market down for us. The algorithms will kick in, bring the markets down further, and then we could take advantage. Oh, my charts are really screwy. There we go. Big ass gap yesterday. Well, I guess it's not that big. It looks big on the chart. 486 to 497. 10-point gap. Really not a biggie. Oh, that's not even yesterday's gap. I'm looking at the day before. Lots of gaps in this biatch. Yesterday was kind of a consolidating day. Oh, I was looking at all the wrong things yesterday. Oh, man, so many gaps in this move. Oh, my goodness. Lots of vulnerability here, man. Like each day is gap up, gap up, gap up. What do we got? What do we got? Good morning. I have SPY 450 calls that I would have sold yesterday, but called into a work emergency. Cut them at the bell. Cut them at the bell. There's nothing telling me that the market is about to go down. I mean, my bias is bearish, and I look for bearish trades. I'm really not looking to go long anything right now. If you got a profit, you never get hurt taking a profit. Don't worry about what you leave on the table. There's always another good trade right around the corner. But there's nothing signaling the bearish move yet. I don't like the structure of the market right now. I think we're overextended, so I don't know how much more of a move up we're going to get. And we have all those gaps below us. So, again, my bias is bearish, but there is no trade indication that that we're going to make a move down. If you look at the 60-minute, let me swing this into the chart. If you're looking at the chart there, Dover. Uncle Ben. Here on the 60-minute, you see this consolidation right here. If we break this low of 524.40, that would give me an entry. That would tell me that we're making a move down. And really, this cloud right here is probably what I'm going to risk it at, which is 45.01. So that's not a bad move. What do we say that low was? We'll say it again, the low of 524.40. So breaking that, we could come down to about, you got about a 20-point move down right there. That's not a bad move. I mean, but not breaking that, there's really nothing giving me an entry to go short. So basically, you know, I would close my longs when I see an entry to go short. You know, yeah, it is hard to trade and work, but you know what? Use your limits and your stops, man. If you see that the market's pushing up aggressively and you got a price target, enter that price target. Put in your limit, your sell limit on that call. And you know, while you're out, if it tags that, boom, you're out. Beautiful, you make the money. I mean, that's how I do it. I mean, I even you know, I'll put in my stop losses. You know, if I have to walk away from the computer, this way everything hits, and you know, at least I know my trades are getting off. If I could sit here and watch it, then you know, I could work it, finesse it. So. And I mean, time and time again, I've come back and been surprised, you know, even been like, all right, this is a high target. It's probably not going to hit it. But in the event that it does, this is what I want. And then I've come back and been surprised that, you know, it's hit my target or just like tapped off of it. My trade got off and boom, I'm in the money. I'm eating steak. So, so that is, yeah, you know, that's how I would handle it if you're working. Yeah, man, it's really hard. I mean, this is a full-time job. You know, if you're working, you shouldn't be trading. If you're working, you should be investing, or at the very least, like a swing trade, a long term, which it actually appears that you are. You know, I would take a 2 or 3 day trade with a target and use my stops and my limits to manage the trades. Is what I would do. But yeah, you know, hopefully, I'm looking for a pullback, man, because I want to see the premiums juice up. You know, I'm really focusing mostly these days on my spread trades. Took a couple of directionals, and made good money over the week or two. But haven't really been aggressive. I think I'm getting old. You swing mostly. All right, cool. So I'm looking for a pullback so that I can get some premiums in these puts. I mean, we're still in a bull market. So I'm kind of apprehensive about using call spreads. So I'm focusing more on my put spreads. Oh, there we go. And the horses are on the track. So breaking yesterday's low would be that 60-minute chart. So, you know, breaking yesterday's low, I'd say we're on a down move. But anyway, if anybody's listening, you're enjoying what's going on, or you like me, or even have pity on me, hit the like, but hit the subscribe and bell so that you can take pity on me every day. I'm actually going to get Crazy Cat on the line. I'm not going to share this with you, but you know, I'm going to see where his head's at and you know, talk to him about the direction he should be going. So we're going to get a little silent for a little bit. I'm also looking for a directional on the break of the low. Right now, on the daily, we have an inside bar. It's not doing anything for us. I'm not going to trade within the congestion of yesterday, so I'll wait for that break of the low. All right. I just got off the phone with him. I'm sorry I didn't stream that, but he just did it again. I mean, he didn't put his whole portfolio into a bad trade. He put half his portfolio into it. And it's not even a bad trade. I mean, I understand his premise, and he's probably going to make money on this trade. But he went entirely against the indicators. Yeah, and he's playing the market for it to correct. So we're both on the same side of the market. We're both thinking that the market is going to correct. But the manner in which I'm going to employ that theory is a lot different than his. He's going to take some risk and extra risk and try to pick up some premium, which is really below what our goals for premium is. I'm going to wait for that correction and then move myself further out of the money and try to capture an absurd premium. So I'm being more risk adverse than he is. And he can, he may very well make money. And this is, the bold trader, old trader theory. There are bold traders and there are old traders, but there are no old, bold traders. So we shall see, we shall see, we shall see. I'm just texting while talking. So again, it's an inside bar on the daily, and until we break the lows today, I'm not really looking at a short of a directional, but we're getting close. 2440, and that's actually a good support. I mean, now I'm kind of wanting the market to rip just to prove a point on the guy, but he's going to get hurt again. I hate that. Hey, good morning, Anthony. Oh, I got a whole bunch of likes. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I think if this guy calls in again, I'm going to put him on the line. It's probably going to be once the market starts ripping the other way, if it does start ripping the other way. Um, I mean, it would really be absurd. We have so many up days. I mean, we could call a little consolidation happened on the 18th. Just how it traded down, tested the previous day's low, and then pushed up. But I expect there should be more consolidation here. I would like to see it just ricochet up absurdly and down and then make that. I think it's a dragonfly pattern. I don't know. Those damn Japanese with their names. Mm-mm-mm. So I'm just going to be sitting on my hands watching, waiting for that break. Oh, okay. I guess it's not probably a hangman I'm looking for. Yeah, it's a shooting star, actually. Dragonfly is a hammer at an up run. Man, users just dropping off. I guess I got to get people on the line to cry. Everybody loves pain. Look at that. This is an indictment on our society. I stream guys in pain, and I get lots of attention. So, if you look in the description, there's a phone number that you could give me a call if you want to chat. I'd rather talk about trades, or if you got some good political shit we can talk about. That's cool. Something intellectually stimulating, if you will. Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night. Yeah, it's a full moon, man. I have that problem. Whenever there's full moons, I have restless sleep, and it makes sense because the gravitational pull on your body is a lot less during a full moon than when the moon is waning. So that's where the term lunatic comes from, because a lot of people get goofy, and it's almost intoxicating because there's less pressure on your body, so you feel lighter and freer, a little more energy, and it keeps you up. So yeah, I watch the moon cycles and kind of understand my sleep patterns, and it's happened to me since I was a little kid. Fuego, Apple breaks 150 today. Oh, dude, I mean, how could I answer that? Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, a lot of action in it. Look at that 30-minute. Lots of people looking at it. There's actually a head and shoulders pattern on it on the 60-minute, right? So here's the run up, and then it creates this head and shoulders. So if it breaks this line, I mean, this is what I'd be looking for right now if I was trading it. If it breaks that, well, let's just get that low right there. That 148.12, then that's a good short, and it'll probably run down a portion. Let's go from there. What the fuck? Sorry about that. So if it breaks that low, my first target would be 47.79, and I'd look to see if I could run this thing to 45. Um, and then, yeah, you know, breaking the highs, you could go long. I don't really know what my targets would be. That 54 looks good if it breaks the highs. But just keep an eye on that right there, because that's a head and shoulders. That's an indication that of a trend reversal. It could just consolidate, but it could also indicate a trend reversal. I like the way people ask that, though. Breaking 150 today? Yes, today's the day it's going to break 150. I mean, I'm good and I can make money, but I wouldn't even be talking to anybody if I could make that determination. Today's the day it's going to break 150. I'd probably have my own country and be an antichrist. No, Psycho Trader didn't learn his lesson at all, man. As a matter of fact, he just put on a trade that is entirely contrary, entirely contrary to the rules. You know, and I spent 10 minutes trying to talk him out of it. Nope, didn't want to hear it. Actually put the trade on while he was talking to me. And I'm filled. Oh, Dave, this has gone up too much. It's got to go down. It's got to go down. This kid is still trading on gut belief. I believe, too, it's got to go down, but I'm not taking a trade on my gut. You know, you have to remember that the markets can stay irrational longer than you can stay liquid. Oh, I'm getting a ton of emails, text now. Nah, different traders. It's not him. He's probably too embarrassed to get in touch with me. So should I call him and gloat? Because look at that 30-minute fucking bar. That thing's turning around. This kid told him not to take that trade. I mean, he could still be right, you know, but there's nothing saying, there's no confirmation. You need confirmation. I know this market is overbought. I know this market should. I'm not taking a bet. I'm trading a probability. You know, if we break today's low, that's a good probability that we're going to start moving down further. I'll take that trade. But, you know, we're in this is an inside bar. We're just sitting here, and anything could happen. And, you know, I'm not going to trade on anything can happen. Yeah, no, I don't want to call it. I mean, that's nasty. I think that invites bad fortune. But I mean, I'm sure he's going to stew in his own juices without contacting me, because I was like, dude, you're doing it again. He's like, oh, but we could make this. I was like, yeah, but we could lose that, and that's what's more important. You know, this is what I'm saying. I mean, you see this shit all the time if you read the chats. All these people jump into the chat. I'm up this much on this with no fucking reason. And yeah, man, I see guys like that all the time. They make, you know, they get all these great numbers and their portfolios are great. And, you know, I'm up 30% in a month, and then next month. And, you know, they genuinely do that. And then, you know, a month or two down the line, you know, they ate up 50% of their equity, because the crapshoots don't pay off in the long term, you know? I mean, this is just like how the casinos run it. You notice that the casinos aren't out there on the floors betting. No, they're holding the bets because over the long term, they're making these nickels and dimes and on a large scale, and it just pays off. They lose bets all the time, but net net, they have the probabilities stacked in their favor. He actually, um, he's making $50 for every 1,500 he's risking. So for every $1,500 he's risking, he's making $50. So I mean that doesn't make sense on a trade, unless the probabilities are 95% in your favor, which is what my method of trading spreads is. Like 95% of the time, um, there's no issues and you make money. 5% of the time, there are issues. And really, that's conservative. I mean, I probably could demonstrate that it's 98% accurate, but easily, overviewing it, it's about 95% accurate. So, and then there's a manner in which you can defend it if you know what you're doing, so that if the trade goes against you, you take a hedging position. And normally, when I do that, I usually pick up like 1,500 to 1,700 a contract. I mean, that's what it averages when I defend a position. So here are positions getting negative, going against me. I'm defending it. I'm picking up 1,700 a contract. And then it usually works out, that trade. Very rarely does the initial spread lose money. So it happened to me last month during that when initially we got into that tanking. So I think I lost maybe $400 a contract on the spread, but I made $1,700 a contract on the defense. So net net, you're talking about I made $1,300 on that trade. I mean, I made out better than if the trade just went to fruition without a problem. And that's usually how it happens. When the months are screwed up like last month, normally I profit more. Those are my better months. I don't like it because it's a lot of pressure and a lot of focus, and you got to be on the ball. But I mean, net net, it usually makes me money. So, and he doesn't. I mean, he's just not employing anything that I'm teaching him. It's ridiculous. And normally I would do. I mean, I know the guy. I like the guy. I want to build something with the guy, so I would have trained him. And just for the sake of going forward, but I know him, and so I hit him up for a shitload of money, um, and he's still into me, but I know how he is, and and I'm trying to keep him focused. And I'm like, look, you fuck up, you act like a jerk off, and that's it. You're out. What you lose and this money. You pay attention and you make money. So and friend or not, I mean, we have a written agreement, so I expect everything out of this agreement, even if he fails. And he's already in violation of the contract by taking these trades. So yeah. I mean, I just did it to keep him focused, and I don't want to waste my time. I mean, you can see that's a lot of time I put into the guy. I mean, I sat in front of the computer all day yesterday. I mean, I don't do that, and I'm like a diva these days. I kind of get pissy when I have to work all day, and I really am not getting anything done up at the house that I wanted to get done, which is fine because I expect that I'll be here all next summer. But right now, I'm just freezing my calhoons off. Freezing. Mm-hmm. So we're still an inside bar for the day. And the bar is slightly overextended. I wouldn't mind an extremely overextended bar. The 60-minute looks kind of negative on the S&P, but it could just stay in a consolidation. It doesn't mean that it's got to tank. This is really messing with my going forward program, but I'm still, man, until we get into November, I'm still afraid of a flush, a good move down, good hearty move down, and all we need is a crazy week down, and it's a wrap. You can get hurt. But again, we're still in a bullish market. I mean, maybe I'm being a big sissy. But I'd rather look back and say, damn, I was a big sissy instead of, wow, what a fool. Because when you lose half your money, you're a fool. But at least the kid's not gun shy, right? That's the big thing. Yeah. Well, that's the return right there. Is the move up. Yeah, I'm thinking we're still getting another test of the low. Oh, now he's texting me looking for support and resistance because the trade is going the other way. If he calls, I'm going to put him back on the line. Because this sort of foolishness should not go unexperienced. Fucking dummy. Oh, man. I hope he's right. I hope he makes money. So if anybody's listening and wants to embarrass themselves online, there's a phone number in the chat, and there's a phone number in the title. You should. He's just, well, first of all, he believes he's a tape trader, right? He could trade by reading the tape, which he can. He sees the movement on the tape, the price action on the tape, and kind of gets a feel for the buying and selling on it. I think it's easier. I mean, it's the same thing as looking at the chart. He just visualizes it in his head. So he doesn't see support or resistance because that's what he's doing right now. He's watching the tape. I'm trying to show him the value in the charts and targets, but he's just watching the tape. And that works scalping. You know, you could do that if you scalp, but you know, if you're holding a position, looking for a swing or what have you. I mean, what's his target? What's his support? You know, where's the stop loss go if you're trading the tape? You know, when you're trading the tape, you know, you might take like a $50 risk, or you know, you might have $100 risk or what have you. Or a lot of scalpers I know just go $50, $50, $50. Every time they're up $50, they close the trade, look for the right environment, get in. I mean, they do like 100 trades a day and just keep socking away $50, you know. Yeah, we need a new psycho trade. Yeah, I was thinking about that last night. Like, yeah, you know, but I don't want to like train the whole world. You know what I'm saying? But like, how could I increase the volume of psycho traders? Or you know, somebody who's talking to me can call in. I mean, it doesn't have to be a psycho trader. I mean, you know, participating in anybody's trade and talking them through it, and listening to them would probably be good value and good radio, shall we say. But yeah, psycho traders are fun. So yeah, just watching the tape would just be watching the price action, watching the ticks go off. You know, like up, down, like, you know, just looking at your last trade on your quotes and watching them go up and down. Oh, this baby's going positive today, huh? Well, it might tag it and turn around. I mean, I would like to see it test the highs. You know, I would like to see it test the highs and then turn around and give me a shooting star. So I'd like to see it tag that 45.85. That would be 545.85. So 10 points and then turn around and give me a shooting star, because that would be a real confirmation of the downward move. You know, and if you wanted to play, I mean, there's so many fucking ways you could have played that downward move without taking this risk. That I don't know, dude. I mean, this guy's got a long way to go before I set up a company with him. That's for damn sure. I mean, the composite's pushing up aggressively. Russell's pushing up aggressively. The Dow is down 66, which basically is flat. Looks like it's in a pennant right now. And it might even be trying to break out of the pennant at this moment. I didn't put the trend lines in, but visually it looks like it's trying to break out of the pennant right now. And the S&P is challenging yesterday's high. Yesterday's high was, I think, 540. So it pops at 540, it could make a move. Make a move. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I might take a directional on that trade. What's the rest of the world doing? Yeah, everything I'm long is down. Except for TBT. Oh, and Virgin Galactic is coming back. That thing really took a beating. Yeah, I don't even like the daily pattern either. Looks like it's getting ready for another leg down. That's Virgin Galactic. So if you're interested in Virgin Galactic, you might be able to capture somewhere in the 19s or so. $60 looks like it's reversing though. What happened here? No, well, we put it on safe. Still having that problem. I mean, they sent me a whole new phone and still having that problem with the hotspot. So now they're suggesting I take another type of phone because I used my SIM card in another style of phone and it worked out. So I don't know if I'm digging a deeper hole, man. Everything was working so well. I mean, what the fuck? I think they did an update that asked me out. Yeah, see, security update, September 1st. And that's when I started having the fucking problems. All right, I'm going to run silent for a minute. That 5-minute chart is kind of making a reversal pattern, but there's really no move to reverse. So really we're in consolidation. Actually, we could argue that it's building an inverted head and shoulders, but again, there's no move to reverse, so that head and shoulders has no value to me. Nah, we're just in consolidation, just range bound. Oh, that's space. Right there, you clink, roll over. A lot of indecisive dojis. I didn't even look at the news today. Looking at the economic calendar. I mean, we had initial jobless claims this morning. They came in less by 5,000. 4-week average is down on jobless claims, and continuing claims are higher than expected, but came down about 12,000 or 120,000 from last month. And then there's, you got a Fed speak at 9 o'clock. That shit is old news. Nothing really going on. We got rig counts Friday. Monday, nothing. Wednesday, we have durable goods. Next Wednesday. Then you have the week over week new home sales and stuff like that. Next Friday, personal spending. Who's in earnings? Today's the 21st. Got AT&T tonight. Oh, they already came out. And beat. Everybody's beating. No, except Southwest Airlines. They didn't beat. Oh, yeah, they did beat. They were expected to lose 27 cents. They only lost 23 cents. Goodyear tire. That ought to be interesting. Well, I guess used cars use tires, so the fact that new cars aren't selling doesn't mean anything. People are still driving. Yeah, that would be the shit, huh? Didn't take me long. When I came into the industry, I probably was in the industry a little over 3 years before I opened my firm. But it just worked for me. You know, everything just made sense to me. Back at the highs, we're looking to break the highs. So what do you think that kid is thinking? I really don't. I mean, I'm not an I told you so kind of guy, but I don't think he's got the balls to call right now. Four points off of the high. And the 60-minute, the momentum's fading. The 30-minute, oh, that's the daily. The daily is slightly fading too. I don't know how much legs we're going to get on this. The 5-minute looks like it's in an uptrend. An inside day, I believe. This is yesterday's close, I'm certain. $36.19 was yesterday's close, so we're flirting with yesterday's close. We haven't gone positive yet for the day, I guess. Oh yeah, we did a little bit. His position is a short position. I mean, if we just stay around here, he's going to be fine. I mean, he's way out of the money. I mean, we gotta move up like 70 points, which is kind of fucking close, man. But I mean, it's hard to gauge that because when you're making new highs, there's no resistance. You know, I mean, it's just blue skies, and as long as you get the buying, it just moves up. The only major resistance he has, well, we're flirting. 42 is probably a minor resistance. A major resistance will be the all-time high, which is 45.85. Now, personally, my bias says that it's not going to do that. But, hopefully I'm demonstrating that you don't trade on that. You need confirmation, and the market's got to tell you something. And I'd rather be wrong and miss a trade than be wrong and lose my capital or, some money. Or half my portfolio. And it looks like we're struggling here. I mean, I don't really think this is going to run away. The kid will probably make money. But it's not a bet I want to take. I mean, you're paying 30 times, you're making $50, you're giving up 1,500. That's 30 times. Yeah, this market just got boring quick. It's trading like it's Friday. I mean, I'm not even getting texts from the guy. I'm just looking at the 10-year, and the 10-year is ripping, and the market's ripping along with it. So it's just increasing my belief of the vulnerability. I mean, we're just consolidating here today. This is what an inside bar does on a daily. It's a pretty good 30-minute bar right there. Nice and strong. Um, yeah, and I might. I'm on hold right now, so I might cut it off quick. But if we, well, I have some proprietary indicators that I wrote that give me overextended indications based on ATR and momentum and volume. But additionally, I mean, just this parabolic move right there, there's no consolidation. So, you got to figure that, people short it and people go long right around here, right? So the 50% mark is where half the people are losing money and half the people are making money. So that's why you usually get those Fibonacci consolidations. So a run like this is just logically telling you that this is overbought. And, people are going to start taking profits and then pull it back down to this 50% mark. Also, people who went short here, believing this downward run continues, the pain is in. So they're going to start, closing those positions in addition to, people taking profit. And that's basically how markets move around. So, look at this. It's like parabolic, man. If I was long, I'd be putting a stop under each day. So, my stop would be right here. And then if this closes the way it is right now, my stop would move up here, and I'd just follow this parabolic move because, I mean, logic dictates that if you're watching my cursor, that things go up, things go down. The market doesn't just go straight up. Yeah, I see. Yeah, Tesla's making a move.
So it's also
Seems like everything moves a day after news these days. I mean, I was finding that prior to the correction, whenever we got economic news, the response would be a day after. So I'm starting to get the text from the guy, and he's saying, "Oh, the market makers want the headlines." Big dope. So we broke the highs. I don't know how sustainable. Although my 30-minute is not showing that it's overextended. My daily slightly overextended. My 60 is slightly overextended. And just remember that markets can stay irrational longer than we could stay liquid.
All right. So can I?
That's kind of a quick return after hitting that high. Looks like the Dow was trying to go go positive. The Russell turned around a lot faster than the other two markets, so the strength is in the composite, though. But we went green for the day. So I'm juggling between a tech hold and talking to folks. So that 30-minute, which looked strong a second ago, starting to look somewhat indecisive. That could be actually the turnaround right there. I got a tech support guy on the line who's a comedian. I got him on mute, though, so he can't hear me. I'm watching that 2-minute for a double top. All right, so we got a little bit of a pullback, a little consolidation. I was on the phone. That 30-minute bar looks rather ominous, but still, we're just in a consolidation, man. We keep tagging the same highs, and we're just going to mull around in this consolidation. I don't know if we're going to get an aggressive sell-off. I'm sorry, John, I didn't get to you right away. If you're still up with us. Yeah, what'd you say you had SPY puts? Yeah, you're probably just going to start losing value on time. I think we're just going to grind around here. I don't think I see a trade for me today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to wrap it up for the day and go run some errands. So I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me. And if this goes the wrong way tonight, we'll probably get a lot of entertainment out of Psycho Broker tomorrow. So hit the subscribe and hit the bell so you know that when we're up. And I do morning meetings and end of the day wraps. If there's something you want me to look at, just let me know what it is and what your intentions are with it. You know, if you're swinging it or trading it on a daily basis or what have you, and I can give you some insight. And hit the likes because that goes a long way. Thank you, Tommy. You rock too. So just everybody remember, don't be that guy. Stay calm, stay cool, be at peace when you trade, and